Roger Scruton, The Uses of Pessimism and the Danger of False Hope. Embark on a thought-provoking journey with Roger Scruton's The Uses of Pessimism and the Danger of False Hope, which examines the root causes of many dangerous fallacies that plague our modern world. The book identifies the harmful impact of humanity's prehistoric and tribal past in shaping the way we think and act in our working and social lives. Dive into the dangerous optimism that drives people to create an unrealistic utopian world, the destructive potential of false expertise and scapegoating, and the paradoxical role of pessimism in fostering true happiness. Unravel the mysteries of human behavior and gain valuable insights into how we can harness our intrinsic ability to negotiate and adapt to create a balanced and thriving society.
Dangers of Unscrupulous Optimism. The book argues that the most dangerous threats to civilization come from fallacies rooted in humanity's prehistoric and tribal past. These fallacies drive the behavior of people in their social and working lives, as well as the decisions of unscrupulous optimists who are capable of causing great harm. Unscrupulous optimists prioritize an abstract scheme for human improvement over personal virtues that could help them contribute positively to society. Moreover, they reject compromise and pursue a vision of an ideal world while remaining indifferent to the negative consequences. The book suggests that systematic pessimism is necessary to balance out excess optimism that leads to destruction, cautioning against extremism in either direction. The collective society serves as a safeguard against the dangers of excessive optimism, but the book warns against permanent pessimism. The key is to have just enough pessimism to moderate irrational optimism and prevent the type of ruinous behavior exemplified by unscrupulous optimists. The Best-Case Fallacy. The book discusses the best-case fallacy, the belief that an ideal outcome is all but certain, which leads to the neglect of pessimistic contingency planning. Religion and laws act as restraints that promote freedom, but they also have limitations. Islamic law, for instance, opposes the limited liability company due to the fear of misuse by speculators. Religion helps by freeing humanity from the mistaken belief that it is capable of dramatic transformation. Economists are less reliable than prophets as financial advisors due to their frequent disagreements. The book challenges the notion that pessimistic thinking is pointless and shows how it can be beneficial. The fallacy of born-free ideology. The myth of born-free ideology proposes that freedom is achieved by eliminating institutions, laws, and hierarchies. However, the French Revolution, which was built on this fallacy, caused over 2 million deaths and serves as a warning against it. Similarly, Karl Marx's communism presents internal contradictions. Planning is often useful in emergencies and war, but it cannot address conflicts in civil society or provide an overarching goal for government. Anarchy often leads to tyranny, which can become totalitarianism. Limitations and restraints of law and institutions partially enable human freedom. True freedom involves voluntarily giving up some freedom and being accountable to others. The Pitfalls of Utopianism. Utopianism may sound appealing, but the idea of creating a perfect world is an unachievable goal that has fueled the fallacies of Nazism and communism. The problem with utopianism lies in its tendency to sideline more achievable attempts to resolve conflicts. This summary explores the fallacies of utopianism, including the zero-sum fallacy, the planning fallacy, and the moving spirit fallacy. The author argues that a reliance on tradition and a willingness to accept the limitations of human nature is necessary to avoid the pitfalls of utopianism. The 4 mechanisms of false optimism. The book highlights how optimists resort to fallacies as a defense mechanism to cling to their illusions, including false expertise, transferred blame, hermeticism, and scapegoating. False expertise entails creating academic specialists in areas like gender or peace studies to promote equality instead of human knowledge. Transferred blame involves blaming opponents for problems, such as attributing war to weapons and advocating disarmament. Hermeticism cloaks thoughts in jargon to avoid confronting facts, like the 1968 revolutionaries in Paris and their philosophical successors. Scapegoating targets a victim for blame and labels criticism of Islam as Islamophobia, making public discussion difficult. These mechanisms render refutation impossible and prevent necessary public discussion. Fallacies Explained. The roots of many fallacies can be traced back to the tribal times when compromise and consensus were unfamiliar ideas, and submission was the only option. Despite the evolution of society and culture, remnants of this mindset still contribute to the rise of unscrupulous optimists. Nevertheless, modern-day citizens benefit from the combined experience of generations and tacit agreements, leading to a sense of civic feeling. Building on the common law developed over centuries via compromise and adaptation, humanity can deal with human imperfection by shunning unreasonable optimism and accepting current realities with grace.
Roger Scruton's The Uses of Pessimism and the Danger of False Hope offers a compelling exploration of deep-rooted fallacies inherited from our tribal past. Demonstrating both the dangers of unscrupulous optimism and the essential role of pessimism, the book highlights the importance of compromise and half measures in building successful societies. It cautions against faulty ideologies, such as the belief that societies can be organized like armies and the need for utopian perfection. Readers are left with a profound understanding of the necessity to balance optimism and pessimism, embrace tradition and shared wisdom, and develop a sense of adaptability and resilience to create a healthier and more sustainable future.